They think I got something for them. I ain't got nothing for these things. They just, anytime I'm out here, just following me around. They'll figure it out. I ain't got nothing. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Hidden Oaks Homestead. We got Nicole and Chip, and it is, what happened? Looking young.
Young, and he looks like he lost 20 pounds, doesn't he?
Looking young out here. What happened? Anyways, it is week 7 with these meat birds today. We wanted to do this at 6 weeks, but somebody procrastinated ordering a chicken plucker. This guy. And so we had to wait for that to arrive.
Not pointing fingers or anything.
So, but we got it in, and we've been waiting for a nice fall day to get this done. It's the weekend, so we got plenty of time. We went ahead and while you guys were hanging out, we got everything set up. So, but we're gonna get this done today. We know we did a chicken video processing birds not too long ago, but that was at somebody else's house, and they were giving us a class on how to get it done.
Now it's on us.
Now it's our turn. Once we saw, like we said back then, once we saw how easy it was to process these things, we jumped right on it. We got online right then the next day.
Ordered meat chicken.
Ordered our own chickens. We built our chicken tractor. That thing is heavy.
We raised them. The chicken tractor made it through the hurricane.
It's been a fun project. We had a hurricane in the middle of raising
the chickens got to live in the garage for a little bit.
The fact that these guys are even still with us is a miracle itself.
They went through a lot. But they're ready to be processed. They got huge. We'll show you a size comparison. I mean, 6 weeks, 7 weeks makes a big difference with these meat birds. And so we're ready to process them. We got them off the feed yesterday. So hopefully it's not going to be too much of a mess. And we're going to teach the kids today. Yeah, kids are going to be involved. Every step of the way in this process is something that we want to make sure it's a skill that we want them to have. You know, it's one thing for us to do it for them and just put the meat on the plate, but what's the point if they're not involved with us? Yeah. Right? We want them to know how to do this for themselves, and the only way we're going to be able to do that is to get them off the Xbox and get them out here in the yard with us, and they're going to go through literally every step of this process. They're going to have their hands in. Yep. Right? Okay. So let's do it. But we got everything set up, ready to go. We're gonna walk you through the process today, each station that we have set up, and then we'll get going. And it's gonna be sad. So before we get started, I just want to give you guys a real quick comparison. This is an egg layer. She is 6-7 months old, and this is a meat chicken, a meat bird, and this bird is about 7 weeks old. And you can see from the size comparison, just they're about the same size as 7 weeks and 7 months. And this guy is like holding a bowling ball, and this girl is like holding a pillow. So we're gonna keep you. We're gonna eat you. All right, first step of the process, once we bring the chickens over, I've fabricated 2 kill cones myself out of just metal flashing like you would use on the side of a building or something. Just wrapped them in cones with some aluminum tape. We're just gonna put the chickens in upside down. It kind of puts them at ease, relaxes them, and then just take a sharp knife and let them go softly into the night. Then we set these things a little low because we want the children to be able to get in on the action too. They're going to be doing part of this as well. Then we got 5-gallon buckets down low just for drainage. Then after this, we'll move to the next step. Once the chickens have moved on to better pastures, we can then move on to the next step. So what we got here is a big stock pot. We just got it going on the burner here. And you want the water temperature around 160. That's a good temperature. You don't want to get it to the boiling point because you don't want to boil the chickens. So we're going to move on to that next step, just dunking them up and down, give it about 15 seconds or so, test to see if the feathers come out easily. Best way to do it is using or trying it with the tail feathers, because those are the most difficult ones to pluck. And if they come out easily, it's time to move on to the next step.
All right, so we got the bleed out done in the kill cones. We moved on to the scalding pot. After we've done that, it's time to pluck feathers, and you've got two options here. If you just got a couple of birds that you need to do, you can just pluck them by hand. For us, we're doing 20 today, and we plan on doing this frequently. So we invested in a chicken plucker. This thing, our buddy in Alabama, when we helped him, he had one, and we were really impressed with it. So we went ahead, we got on Amazon, and we ordered our own chicken plucker, because it's just going to make it so much quicker. You take them straight out of the scalding pot, throw them in here. Once it's on, spray some water in, and in 15 seconds you have a featherless bird. Okay, so like I said, if you're just doing a few chickens, do it by hand. Take 5 minutes and pluck it by hand. If you got a lot of birds, or you do this a lot, I recommend investing in one of these. We got ours on Amazon. We can leave a link in the description below if it's something that you're interested in. We'll leave you a link so you can just go straight to it. But we really recommend getting one of these if you have a lot of birds to do. So once our birds are featherless, it's time to move on to the next station.
So the chickens are scalded, they are plucked, they're ready to be processed. We just got a cheap-ish table from the local box store, and that's what we're going to use for processing. It will be easy to clean up afterwards. It's just easy plastic, so that will work out great for us. We do have an assortment of knives that we want to try out just to see what's going to work the best for us. We have a total of 20 birds to process, and we decided we're going to have 5 as roasters and part the rest of them out. So we will show the kids how to do that, how to part them, and which parts we want to keep, which parts we will discard and just feed to the pigs, and go from there.
They are heavy.
Come on, get in, Zach. All right, let's go. So, first thing we want to do is we want to thank him, okay? He's here for us, but he's still a living animal, okay? So we want to thank him real quick, because he's done a lot for us. I'm going to pull his head out and back, okay? And I'm just going to cut him right here, okay? And then he's going to start to bleed. All right, once he's in there, 5 to 10 times, we're gonna take a tail feather, we're gonna pull it out. You see how easy that comes out? Mm-hmm. Okay, so we're ready. All right, so I'm gonna spray water into the drum. Zachary, you're gonna turn the power on, and then Amber, once it starts spinning, you're gonna drop the chicken in, okay? And then we're gonna leave him in for about 15 seconds, okay? We're gonna count to 10 really slow. 1,000, 2,000, all the way to 10,000. Then we're going to turn it off and we're going to take him out, okay? All right, turn it on. Drop him in. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, 9,000, 10,000. And we got a featherless chicken. It's time to start cutting this guy up. You guys know the 5 parts of the chicken?
The drumstick,
The drumstick,
chicken wing,
the wing,
breast.
the breast. Come on.
Only one more.
2 more.
2 more.
2 more. One's a tricky one. The thigh. The thigh back here. And the tenderloin. That's where we get chicken tenders from. Okay? Alright, I'm going to show you guys how to do this. So we're going to start by cutting off the feet. Okay? We're going to bend them. And we're going to go right here. You see how... Don't look at the goats. You see how easy that was? You missed it. Okay? We're going to go right there. And you see that joint? We're cutting right at that joint right there. Look at that. That foot's gone. See that? So now we're going to do it on this side. Feel. Come here. Feel right here. You feel that little spot right there?
Yeah.
Feel that, Ember? We're going right there. Watch. See that? And that's gone. Okay? Now, let's get this leg off, okay? So we're gonna cut off the drumstick and the thigh together, and then we'll separate those two, okay? And that skin's just gonna peel off. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
See how it just peels off? And we're gonna come back around because there's some good meat back here that we don't want to miss out on. See, and we're just getting through this bone right here on the hip. And there's a thigh.
And a drumstick.
And a drumstick. Now, there's a joint right here, okay? See, you see how that looks right there? See how you can see the difference between the muscles right there? Right?
That little line.
So we're just going to cut right there on that line, and that's where the joint is. See that? And now we have a thigh and we have a drumstick. Okay? So let's do the next one. So we're cutting the skin. Cut the skin away, and you can see where the body is and where the leg is, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're cutting that skin away. We're going to come from the back, and there's meat back here that we want to make sure we keep, right? And then we're cut right on that bone, and you hear it cracking? That's the bone we want to keep, or the meat we want to keep right there.
I'm a legless chicken.
Boom. Now
There you have a penguin.
we have another drumstick and thigh. Now we're cutting this wing out, okay? We're going to come around back, around the shoulder, because we want to keep that meat too, right? And what's been easy? Just getting on the joint, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just getting on the joint. I can get on the joint. There we go. Now we have a drumstick. Mama likes to leave these. I don't know why. In America we take that and we discard it, but Mama likes to keep those, so we'll keep it on there, right? Next one, right here at the joint. That was a lot easier.
Because now you know where the joint is.
Right there. There's another drumstick, or I'm sorry, another wing. Now we got the breast left, okay? Feel right here. Y'all feel that bone right there?
Uh-huh.
That's the sternum, okay? That's this part for us, right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut right along that sternum and cut the breast off right there. And watch this. Once I get, you see how it just popped open? Right there? Watch this. You see how it separates right there? That is the tenderloin. That's where we get chicken tenders from. Okay, so we'll leave that. We'll get all this breast meat.
So after you do the breast, the tenderloin is under it?
Yeah.
It's like a surprise pack?
It's like a surprise pack.
After you get one surprise, you get another.
Yeah. There's a breast. And now we can just cut this tenderloin away from the rib cage.
I never knew chickens had ribs.
Well, learn something every day, bro. Tenderloin. Now we go to the other side. So now
Breast,
we got our breasts,
tenderloin,
our tenderloins,
thighs,
drumsticks,
and wings.
and wings. That's one chicken. Boom. So that's it. That's it. 2.5, 3 hours of work with kids, teaching them how it's done. We got 15 birds parted out. We got 5 rotisseries.
Cool.
So
Yes.
like Nicole said earlier, everything's on ice now. We're gonna let it sit on ice overnight. Tomorrow we'll package everything up and then work
Off to the freezer.
work on getting it in the freezer.
Yep.
Everything is pretty much cleaned up. Ducks and geese are having a ball back there going through the mud that we left behind. So that chicken plucker, great investment if you're doing this. Like I said,
it worked out really good.
like I said earlier, we'll drop a link down in the description. If that's something that you're interested in, I recommend it. Just grab that. But like we said, if you're not doing a lot of chickens,
It might not
Just-
be worth it.
just do it by hand.
It's really, it's great for doing it when you're processing, I think, I'd say more than 10, really. It's worth it.
yeah.
It just takes so much time off of it. And really, we did 20, like you said, with kids, teaching kids, taking time, and filming. That
Yeah.
takes time too. And it took us 2.5 hours,
We got
3
the-
hours including
We got the
cleaning
kids
up.
involved. They did some stuff that they weren't exactly comfortable with, but hey, it's part of it.
It's part of it. They need to
next time they'll be more familiar with it. So we got enough chicken to last how long? How long do you think this will last us?
I'd say it'll last us about 6 months.
6 months?
I'd say so.
Okay, so in about 5 months, we'll get back online and we'll order, and I'd say we order more next time. I'd say we order like 30, 40.
I want to try out some turkeys too.
Yeah, so we'll order a little more next time. This didn't take long enough. I want to spend all day inside with my hand inside a chicken. That's where I want to be.
Yeah.
This wasn't, I didn't feel like I was in there long enough.
That sounds gross.
So, but we want to give a shout out again to Floribama Homesteader.
They really did a great job just introducing us to it and just showing us how easy it really is to process it, because we had no clue.
Yeah, if it weren't for them, we wouldn't be making this video right now. We'd still be contemplating doing it probably. And coming up with reasons why we can't get to it yet. But they really, they brought us on their homestead. They showed us how to do it, walked us through the process, and we're like, this is cake. Let's do it. So we did it, and we have them to thank. So we will leave a link.
We'll do like a card thing.
Throw a card up. Throw a card up. Go check them out, please. If you like our content, go check them out and leave a comment on one of their videos and tell them that Hidden Oaks sent you.
That's right.
So that we can get that feedback from them, so they know that we're working in the community.
We're looking out for them, you know.
So okay, we're gonna get out of here. Like the video, please.
Leave us some comments. Let us know. We'll be happy to answer questions if we can. If not, we'll point you somewhere else to get them answered.
Nicole loves interacting with people in the comments.
Talk to me, people.
Yeah, and don't do this. Don't watch the video and then go and comment to her on Facebook. Leave the comments in the comments section.
So that other
Ask
people
your
can
questions
see it too.
in the comments section.
Well, because other people might have the same questions.
Same questions.
So let's involve everybody and answer everybody's questions.
Yeah.
Right?
So thank you very much, and we will.
Did you say subscribe?
You're subscribed already, right? You didn't do that little subscribe button down there? Hit that. Subscribe too, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna get out of here, and we will see you on the next
one.
video.